everyone, this is Phyllis, Silver Cats Crafts, and this is going to be my third in a series of easy beginner duct tape crafts for those of you that are just getting started or you want to teach one of your family members how to do something. What you're going to need for this tutorial, which is going to be on a duct tape bookmark, will be, of course, some duct tape. 2 colors, a pattern and solid preferred, but you can use any 2 colors you want for contrast. I am going to put some lettering on mine. I'm going to put my nickname, so you'll need some letters in whichever size you prefer. There's large, there's small. They come in sheets. You can get them at your dollar stores. And then, of course, you'll need a ruler, your knife, or your duct tape scissors. These are very nice. These are from Fiskars with Duck brand. They're called the Fiskars Duck Edition. They're very nice. They cut very smooth. They don't stick. I highly recommend them. You'll need some a little piece of clear tape. We're going to put over the top to protect the lettering that we lay on top here so it doesn't peel up or get snagged or anything. So we'll go ahead and get started. I already pre-cut my pieces of duct tape to save time, and I also already put my lettering on to save time because you want to make sure and get that on nice and neat. On your solid color, you want to cut this piece of tape 7 inches long, and you want to trim it because we want to have a 1/4 inch hangover on each side here. So I trimmed mine down to just a hair under 1.5 inches because you know the duct tape is not exactly 2 inches wide, so just a hair under to make sure there's a 1/4 inch coming on this side and a 1/4 inch on this side. And then I trimmed mine so that I actually have it a 1/2 inch on the top and the bottom. You can make it a 1/4 inch all the way around if you want. I just happen to like the 1/2 inch at the top and the bottom. So after you've got your tape cut, go ahead and get your lettering put on if you want to put some lettering on here. I, of course, laid mine down on my cutting mat so I can make sure and line it up. Keep them all even, pretty much even along this side. Not too far over because I don't want the tape to cover it. After you've got your piece of tape already fixed up for what you want to put on there, you could just put mom or dad, use it for mom or Father Day gifts, make them for brothers or sisters, aunts or uncles. But after you have it all prepared, you're going to go ahead and you're going to put a piece of clear tape over the top to protect the lettering and smooth it down. Whoops! And you don't want to do what I just did. Carefully pull it up and hopefully the letter doesn't come up like that one's trying to do. Just a second. I hate it when I mess up. It got sticking too fast for me. See what happens? Even to the best of us. Come on, don't pull up, please. I have another letter, but I don't want to have to put it on if I don't have to. I'm gonna have to. See, I messed up. Let me pause and come back, guys. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. Let's try this one more time. This time I'm not gonna pre-cut my clear tape. I'm just gonna rip it off and I'm gonna lay it over the top and then I'll cut it after I get it on here. Should have done this in the first place. So tear off a piece of clear tape big enough to cover it all the way. Try to have it a 1/4 inch on each side. Don't worry about the ends because we're going to cut that off. Go ahead and lay it down and smooth it out. It helps if you have a hard card, like a credit card or gift card that you can use to just smooth it down, make it stick really tight. It helps to get the air bubbles out too if there is any. And then what you can do with your knife is go ahead and just cut it off at the edge here, even with the tape. this side here. I'm trying to do this through the camera. It's a little hard sometimes. All right, and then I'm going to take and lift it up. I'm going to actually fold the tape on the sides around to the back. We're going to lay another piece of duct tape over the top of it, so it's okay. And just take and fold the clear in on the back side of this tape. And then catch the other side. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and leave this sticky side facing up. And we're going to take our second piece of duct tape. And we're going to use our grid lines here. You want to have it 1/4 inch on each side. So I've laid it on the grid line here so I can lay my tape down 1/4 inch on that dotted line there. Can you see what I'm doing? Just like that. Smooth it over the top. Press it down, make sure there's no air bubbles. Go ahead and pull this up and flip it over. Now we're going to do what's called cutting out the boxes in the corners. So you can take and either cut them straight down this way, or you can angle them a little bit, which is what I like to do. Just make just a tiny bit of an angle. We're cutting our little corners out. It helps just a little bit not to have so much bulk in the corner by doing that. But we don't want a big angle, just a little tiny bit of an angle. And if you make a little bit of a mess like that, very easily to fix it, take your scissors and make the little cut. If you hold on to it when you're making those little cuts, it usually doesn't do that so bad. And I wasn't holding it, so that's why it got jagged on me. There we go. So if you want to look at it, if you aren't sure that you like to have this much space on the end, and I have a little bit more over here than the other side, you can go ahead and trim it. I always recommend, if you're going to trim, to go ahead and lay it so that the sticky side is touching down, so that when you trim it, it doesn't try to move up on you. So I'm going to just trim just a hair off of that to make it match the other side. Straighten it up a little bit. And now all we have left to do is fold it in. I'm going to go ahead and fold in the sides first. Just pull them over on the edge there. Flip it and do the other side. Push it down really well. And then go ahead. Oops, I did get it off a little bit. Sorry about that. Got it a little crooked at the top here. Let me fix that. Just a tiny bit. Pull it back over where it belongs. Okay, and then just flip each one of these ends over. Smooth it down. Okay, and here you have a very nice and sturdy bookmark for the avid book reader in your household. And it's all sealed, so you don't have any unnecessary sticky showing up. If you're worried about the little edges along here picking up any gunk, you can take a second piece of your clear tape, and this just makes it even sturdier. And you lay it over the top. Just make it a little bit bigger. Lay it over. I'm doing the 1/4 inch thing again on my dots here. And you'll want to go ahead and use your card and smooth it down again. Try to make sure you get the air bubbles out of there. Smooth the edges down. And then you can flip it over, and we're actually going to turn this over to the back side. Go ahead and take your scissors and cut off the little edges there from tearing it off the roll. I'm just eyeballing it. You do want to cut the corners out again. You even have to do it on here, or else it won't lay down good for you. And this is the last final step to make sure your intended recipient doesn't have any sticky getting on their pages for their books. And just follow the same fold over techniques. Fold over one side, push it along the edge, and the other. This Scotch clear tape works really well. It sticks really well. I don't have any problem with it coming up, lifting up or anything like that. I recommend a good clear tape, not anything cheap that you get at the dollar store, only because that doesn't stay stuck, and then you'll have your project not lasting as long as you would like. So there we go. Everything is sealed. There won't be any duct tape sticky coming up. And if you see that you have air bubbles, you can keep working at them to get them out. Eventually they will come out. You don't have to worry. But you can't really tell. I just think it came out really nice. This is what I'll use when I'm reading my paperbacks. I still read paperbacks, even though I actually do have an e-reader. So, hope you like this little tutorial. I hope it was simple enough for those that are beginners, and I hope those that aren't beginners enjoyed it as well. Thank you for watching my beginning series. And next one that I'm going to be coming up with, I may get it done this weekend or just the first part of the week. I am going to do a beginner's duct tape on how to make a duct tape book cover for like your little calendars or your little memo books. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.